We are going to jump into Vampire Survivors Emergency Meeting DLC, because y'all know that garlic is looking pretty damn sus. Now, I have over 200 hours in the game, both on mobile as well as on PC, and I absolutely love the game. I love the quirk. I love how everything has value attached to it. There are so many little secrets and mysteries and things to reveal, and it just feels like you're getting a very rewarding experience. Plus, there's some great quirky humor and some great lore that was written by Stephanie Sterling. And I am a huge fan of their work and of their writing and of their journalism, and absolutely love the work they've done on this game. So I'm super excited to jump into this. And also, Among Us happens to be one of my brother's favorite games, so he got me into playing it, and I've had quite a good time with it. So it's really intriguing to see this type of crossover. And I really want to see where this goes. I'm excited to check out the new map. I'm excited to check out the new characters and the quirky elements they brought over from Among Us and how they've inputted it into Vampire Survivors, as well as the new abilities, the new evolutions. So we're going to go through everything from the prior update, that was the winter update, all the way through the Emergency Meeting DLC, and hopefully y'all have a great time with it. I really hope you do, because I know I'm really looking forward to it. Go with Mad Groove. Don't know how this map is going to work out, so not 100% sure which one I want to start with. Rune Tracer I always really like, but the more closed in the space, the better, because you can get some really nice kill boxes going. But I always like Santa Water, especially the Evolved. Mini Crewmate might occasionally shout at nearby enemies. Hey, that's great. Mini Guardian might occasionally take a hit for you. All right. Let's see here. So Clock Lancet doesn't do any direct damage, but what's nice about it is it does freeze enemies. And if you're looking to fight death at the very end of your time in each little mission, then Clock Lancet, especially the Evolved version, is super helpful. Question is, do we want to... You know what, let's do Clock Lancet. I barely used it. I should say I haven't used it in a long time, so... Might occasionally fling leftover body parts at enemies. Mini Shapeshifter. That's really interesting. So usually this bottom section is for passives. I mean, they're all passive in a way, right? But usually it's like the bottom is usually saved for boost to experience, boost to range, boost to damage, boost to, you know, whatever, this and that. But now we actually have it as sort of like weapons. I mean, that's what these little mini crewmates are. So it's pretty interesting. And let's also do... I do like Spell String. That's fun. Summon Knight is... You know what? Summon Knight actually I think would be really good on here so far, from what I can tell. Mini Impostor might occasionally stab enemies. I mean, fair. Always a good thinking with some nice shanking. Now, this is one of the new weapons with the Emergency Meeting DLC. Restores HP based on amount and recovery. So if you've enhanced overall amount and recovery, this will also help restore more HP to you. I think that's like the first purely... What do I want to say? Like the first purely boon... item, like a buff item, that, because it doesn't attack, which is interesting. Might occasionally electrocute enemies. Hell yes. Oh, look at my little mini crewmate army. Are they just adorbs? fantastic. Multicolored bats, because of course. The bats, they are coming. Flames of Misspell. Base damage up by 10, sure. Oh, Life Scanner, I think, is what that was. Oh, hi. Nice. We got some robots. I'm loving it. We could go for Lightning Ring. I feel like that would be good on this map because it's quite open. There are some sort of kill boxy areas, but for the most part, I think it is quite open. So I think that would work well. Dude, that's awesome. Look at that. The little Among Us snowmen guys. They like charge right at you too. That's really neat. Oh, it's a shapeshifter. That's what that is. Okay. I haven't really played a hell of a lot of Among Us, so there are some things that are still very new to me. Let's go with Sonic. There we go. There's the map. Polus Replica map. Yeah, this is really cool. Like, we're getting a very different color palette for all the different sprites on this map. It's definitely a different vibe. Thank you, Avatar in Furnace, but the vampire's in another coffin. Crewmate Dino joins the survivors. Nice. Now with some of these maps too, like the more you explore it, the more you'll kind of uncover. So I definitely want to try to push it with this map. Look at this, like the lava Among Us guys. That's really cool. Seismic activity detected. Kindly press the button to shift the planet's tectonic... I'm sorry, what? Oh shit. It is funny as hell. They're giving us a task. Oh, I love it. Well, this makes things spicy. God damn it. Nice touch. Nice touch. Nice. Like I'm at the casino. We'll say sometimes in Vampire Survivors, it's kind of hard to figure out, like, what you can actually run through and what you can't. I'm like, nope, that's a wall. Oh, that's a doorway. Nope, that's a wall. Because the enemies walk through everything. Hey, Arcanus, how you doing? At what point do they give up and make you their leader? Right? You think at this point, they're like, shit, dude. I mean, you've killed, like, how many? 7,736 of us? Like, you're it. Sit on the throne. Here's your crown, king, you know? Yeah, I think lightning does really well here. Summon Knight, I think, does a pretty solid job as well. For the type of map we're dealing with. Alright, so we pushed as far to the right and to the south as we could. So let's push as far over to the west as we can. Oh, yep, actually we got there, never mind. So once you hit lava or stone, that's about as far as you can go. Eruptions are in progress and swarms of tourists are rushing to witness the spectacle. Kindly press both buttons to prevent tourism. Oh, God. All right, so it goes from push 1 button to push 2, but it can give you a fair amount of time. Let's go this way. Okay, so it's in this building. It's just trying to figure out how the hell to get to him. There's one. Oh, what the hell? What are you? Oh, I don't like it. It looks like a Cuphead enemy. What the hell? What the shit are you? Meaty baby doll squid thing. Welcome to Lovecraft's Last Wish. Holy shit. No, get back here. I'm not done with you. You Binding of Isaac reject. Get over here. Oh, it's like shooting out meaty Among Us guys. Holy shit, what an enemy. Anyone having a seizure yet? My God. Holy shit, am I in space? I am just floating. Am I supposed to be here? I don't feel like I'm supposed to be here. I mean, okay. I'm out in space. I don't feel like I should be here. But, you know what? I'm okay with this. Oh, shit. And we beat death. Holy crap. Holy crap. For a build that I was just kind of throwing together very quickly, just to test things out, that did quite well. Oh, there we go. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? We should be able to, right? Yeah. Okay, so we have to buy. So we get Crewmate Dino, and we get Ghost, actually. Cool. So, Ghost Lino. And we get Horse. Gets more projectiles every 20 levels. Oh, God. All right, I'm digging that. So we have a Horse, we have Ghost, we have Crewmate. And we will go through the winter map, I think. Next up. So this is in the bestiary. We have Pint Hot, or you could say Pin Thought, and Coldalini. When you're an alien, When you're an alien shapeshifter abandoned on a lifeless planet, you have to start getting creative or risk losing your marbles. These skilled shapeshifters have managed to imitate the more uncommon states of physical matter, but they can't help being beings too. It's simply too fun. And we have Space Apparition, the creeping phantom of your mistakes. What if you had connected those wires faster? What if you've trusted that friend a little less? What if you put the damn card in the reader in the right way the first time? Well, it's dead and you're not, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. They look sus, they really do. We also have Mocholo, part of a twin pair of species that exist in a state of mutually beneficial symbiosis. One species will live underground, farming and building. The other will live above ground in abundant luxury. Every 100 years or so, they swap places, so don't expect to see the other species anytime soon. Meat Bean. Oh god, just the name. The repulsive meaty effluence of a vicious, yet very cute murderous monster. It's hotly debated whether these lumps of animate offal are some sort of offspring or merely a biological defense mechanism.
That's what she said.
Giggity. Moon rabbit, what the hell? All rabbits live on the moon, it is known. What the hell is this? Moon duck. Within a generation, duck society has moved with unprecedented speed, developing technology for locomotion, weaponry, and aeronautics. They've investigated some of the most pressing questions in science and the humanities, but the story of the ducks has barely ever even begun. Let's see, Shape Unshifter. The most successful of shapeshifters eventually become arrogant and egotistical, neglecting useful disguises in favor of more obvious tentacle-ridden forms. This is part of the natural life cycle of the species. For once they reach this point, they don't tend to last much longer. Oh, spotters. Okay, those are like those weird otter things. One of the most intelligent and technologically advanced species in the universe. However, due to their intense intellect, they have wisely decided that living in holes next to rivers, spearfishing, and writing poetry are the best uses of their time. We have Gala Invader, a bioengineered alien soldier based on nature's perfect predator, the bat. Unfortunately, the aliens who designed this warrior were not informed as to the existence of tennis rackets. Brainoid. These aliens are something of a biological oxymoron. They're so lazy they developed massive brains for the sole purpose of automating every aspect of their lives. After this Herculean feat of effort, they spent the following few millennia wallowing in inactivity. The Frihitello. Smart, mechanically adept, and devastatingly sarcastic, these aliens are always the preferred hire for Starship engineering crew. All their instructions drip with sardonic irony, so it's best to do the opposite of whatever they say. Martian face. Did you know that there is a face on Mars? Well, there's actually more than one, and they're all furious. Some suspect this murderous rage is an attempt to make Mars as inhospitable as possible in response to hearing industrialists' fantasies of colonizing the Red Planet, but the language barrier makes it difficult to tell for sure. Space pickles, oh that's what those are. I thought they were cacti. Ancient scrolls discovered in the deep subterranean temples of their home planet foretold that these beings would conquer the world. They did not, in fact, conquer anywhere, but got chased away by an astronomer wielding a blowtorch. Suspicio. All I see is a trash bin, a child's plastic construction toy, and a chicken nugget. These must have been added by mistake. Nothing suspicious here. These space ants build complex networks of tunnels within planets and moons, lit by crystals oxygenated by mushroom colonies. However, their perfect and orderly society has done little to dissuade other beings from dubbing them the basement-dwelling losers of the cosmos. Victor Frankenstein. This thing is the result of the descendants of the legendary Frankenstein realizing that the key to reanimation lies not in the animal world, but the planet, or the plant world. Using their tech, they managed to revive their long-dead ancestor in a more arboreal form. Unfortunately, the seeds have spread as far as space, and for some reason, they've all given themselves the same name. Bonky? These lanky aliens fancy themselves as the only truly objective species in existence, able to look at the universe without bias corrupting their perception. They are of course wrong about almost everything, but it's best not to argue, especially about pizza toppings. Steroid. Sauntering statuesquely around space, these iconic robotic supermodels have inspired designs across the galaxy. Despite their glamorous looks, they have terrible table manners and respond to most questions with a blast of their ocular laser. Trip Trop. Some say 3 legs are better than 2, but these spindly-limbed war machines tend to fall over frequently when attempting to conquer planets. Despite their ungainly lumbering, they've managed to invade 75 settled planets by setting up chains of low-cost supermarkets in the name of their lazy brainoid masters. G062T, a venerable old battle bot with a legacy of service stretching back decades. Unfortunately, its friendly fire protocols have deprecated, so rampaging battle groups of the old machines terrorize abandoned worlds to this day. Suspicious eyes, Jesus. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul. I'm not sure this thing has a soul, but it definitely has an unnerving cute face and a lot of gross tentacles. I'd recommend cutting them off as soon as possible and sending this murderous meat blob to the space butchers, along with a side of meat beans, also known as Grand Balloon. All right, let's go ahead and check out Ghost. This will be interesting. Can't be damaged or deal damage, but disappears after reaching the current time limit. Intriguing. So I'm assuming this character can't inherently do damage, but if we get the crewmates and stuff, they can. This character is a great way, though, of exploring the map. Oh, little friend. Might occasionally freeze enemies in fear. Okay, so it kind of works like Clock Lancet. At this point, I'm just pissing things off. Trying to get up to the far right corner here. Oh, yeah, because there are no walls, or because we can run through walls, the map is open to us. Might occasionally fling leftover body parts at enemies. Fantastic. Like it almost feels like this is more so for the co-op. If you're looking for like a sort of support character. That's the only thing I can think of at the current moment. Because you can't kill anything. You yourself can't be killed. I mean, it's a great way of exploring maps. But yeah, it just seems hella weird. See, now that I know how to kill with Ghost Lino, and that the fact that you can use rosaries to kill enemies, and that's what counts in order to get Guardian Pina, I kind of want to do that real quick, because you can get an achievement, you can get an unlock, and then just bounce. You do not have to stay in that level and complete it. So I kind of want to do that real quick. And one of the easiest ways to get rosaries is Capella Magna. So let's go there. And let's do Mad Group, because that'll pull everything to us. Rosary. And it's, see, ow, look at that. So whenever we kill enemies with the rosaries, we actually take health damage. That's the other thing. I was like, oh yeah, we have health damage. And I'm like, wait a minute though, we're not supposed to take damage. So you can use the rosaries to kill an enemy and ideally unlock Guardian Pina, but anytime you actually do find a way to kill an enemy, you take damage. Yeah, may gain +1 revival when anyone revives. Increase armor and recovery of nearby characters. Ignores walls. So it sounds like this character doesn't not do damage and doesn't not take damage. But they get revivals, increases armor recovery of nearby characters. So again, Pina and Ghost work very well in co-op, it sounds like, and ignores walls. Oh, so for Guardian, our ability is literally sending a trash chute. It's like spawning in a trash chute, and when enemies hit the trash chute, they die. Or they take damage at least. Oh, that's funny. There you go, trash is coming. Okay, that is, again, very much on point and pretty damn funny. So at this point, the number of projectiles, the speed, and the spawn, so like Empty Tome would be very good for that. Hey, look at that. We evolved debris. Clear asteroids. Amount creates cluster explosions. Oh, shit. There we go. So clear debris becomes basically a game of asteroids. And now there is just so much more on the screen. Look at us go! What in the hell? Just, I love that. A bunch of random shit just starts spawning and gets flung around. Honestly, Horse kind of reminds me of Ambro Joe. With the random furniture falling from the top of the screen, but instead of it falling from the top, it's coming from your character. Don't. A tongue and a tail? Question mark? Have you seen Watership Down? I haven't seen that, I don't think. Or if I did, maybe I saw it on TV and didn't know the name. It's so dark. Watership Down gave an entire generation PTSD for rabbits. Oh my god. Wait, wasn't that Of Mice and Men? But what is it exactly? Dude, that's awesome. So our character like hulks out. I love this. That's so much fun. This is great. It's nice because it changes up the pacing of this the playthrough with this character, which I really like. I'm a fan of this character. I like it. I like the ability to have this ranged attack from multiple angles and to sort of hulk out and increase movement speed and attack speed and stuff. That's really cool. Honestly, I think one of the coolest enemies in this game, like design-wise, is this one here. It's like visually, it's just so different. And something you definitely remember. Oh, hell yeah. Impostung. Involved Sharp Tongue deals high damage. Nice. Well, cool. We finally got to evolve. Awesome. So far, I would highly recommend this DLC. Whether you're a big fan of Among Us or just a big fan of Vampire Survivors, and you just really enjoy the content that the developer puts out. I think this is very good. As a person who's played both games, I'm enjoying this for multiple reasons, but I think it's a lot of fun. I like the new map. I like a lot of the new enemies. I really enjoy the new characters, new playable characters. It's really cool. It gives you a good reason, too, if you've already done all of the achievement hunting and you've played all the characters and unlocked them all and done all the secrets. This is a good reason to jump back into the game. So strikes enemies in front of you, damage multiplied by recovery. Oh, by recovery, okay. Imposter tongue, evolved sharp tongue deals high damage to the strongest enemy and anything in its path. Ooh, see, that's a really good ability then when it's evolved, when you're fighting against some of those mini bosses. So that's really cool. Silver tongue strikes enemies behind you, damage multiplied by recovery. So hats, I don't think we ever got evolved, which is interesting. We did get sharp tongue, but it doesn't look like hats actually has an evolution. Otherwise, it'd be right after it. And then we did do report, damages enemies and pushes them away. And we said that it would be really good with garlic. And then emergency meeting, evolved report occasionally destroys all of one type of enemy. That's insane. So if you're, hopefully it picks the ones that you're super surrounded by, but it just deletes them. Just goes, okay, you're getting ejected basically, which is great. That's a great concept. And shit, that's really nice. Especially in a co-op situation, that could be really, really nice. And then for Lino, we have restores HP based on amount in recovery, and then evolved life sign scan periodically grants a random stat boost for the rest of the run. Now, from what I can tell with Lino, because she's really an interesting character, she cannot be damaged, but she cannot cause damage. So if you're looking to run through a map to better understand its flow, she's great because she can also go through walls. I'm guessing as well is that if you play co-op, which they did launch in the game now, and they're still working out a few things with co-op, but overall they do have it, is that Lino would make for a good support, is my guess. But I really don't, I still don't quite understand everything about Lino. Like, I feel like I need to jump into the actual co-op dynamic to make sure that's the case, but that's what it seems like, at least. Vento Sacro, let's do it. This is one of the whips. And if you get the other whip, oh man, if you get the two whips together, if you can evolve whip and then get Vento Sacro, they then evolve into a whip item, which I love that idea. And it's really cool. You're legit just sliding a card at enemies? Oh my god. That's amazing. Oh, that's right. We get a passive at level 2. Da, da, da. So sliding a card is one of the things you do as one of the little, you know, actions or events in Among Us. And that is literally your weapon now. That is actually amazing. Swiper, no swiping! Every day I'm swiping. Hey, Arcanus, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub for 46 months. Thank you very much, man. Thank you for the support. It's true. That is my everyday. I'm born this way, you know? I'm one sussy baka. Oh, really? His wife left him for some reason? I didn't hear about any of that. Damn. We finally did it, I think. Crossed wires, evolved Lucky Swipe, attacks in up to 4 directions. So instead of just going left or right, we have all 4 directions now. Oh, look at that. Literally crossing wires across the screen. That is too funny. It looks like the wires cross, and as soon as they all finish crossing the screen, they electrify, and that's what damages the enemies. Oh, that is so wild. I love that, though. That's straight up. That's really on point. Berry plant in a while. Let's do that. Now, is there a Randomazo card that impacts the ability that we have right now? Which is for these scientists. Yes, beginning. Okay, let's get that. Oh, this is the one where you throw out rocks. So you throw out rocks, and then you go up to said rocks, and they kill enemies in the area. Oh, that's very different. Milk me, daddy. God damn it. That is honestly a very different ability, but also kind of interesting. Because you can really select when and where you do an attack. Right? Like if you see a lot of enemies here, okay, cool. Now I can cross these rocks. Now that rock, kill those enemies. Now I can hit that rock, kill those enemies. Like you can be a bit strategic with it, which is kind of cool, actually. I dig that. That's neat. I wouldn't use it as like a primary weapon per se, but like to supplement in with another really strong AoE, that's pretty solid. And it's different too, which is just nice to have some variety. Because I know that things are moving farther away. Hey, there we go. We have the upgrade to Science Rocks, which is rocket science. Triggers a finisher when the right conditions are met. Oh, what is that? I'm intrigued. Oh, what is this? 1, 2, 3. Oh, God. 4, 5. Oh, nice. You see the flames? So this is area of effect. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this is crazy. There is so much shit on the screen. And blast off. Oh, that's neat. That is pretty neat. And honestly, this is pretty straightforward to pick up, too. This is not, like, super difficult or esoteric. Wow. The damage from the rockets, though, literally melt through the elites. That's wild. Randomazo with beginning. No kidding. You gotta be kidding me. That is so interesting. What? I love that. So you're basically creating vents in the ground that enemies just can't help but drop into. You're not like even doing any direct damage to them or anything. You're just like literally having them fall into a hole. I actually love that. It's simple, but it works so well. And the animation is like to the point, sells it well. I love that. That's actually really neat. And I love the fact that Gem just kind of jumps, like pops out of the vent as they fall in. Like, look at that. And it's actually really good. Now, I'm really curious on what that does to an elite. Is it like a one-shot kill? Because so far it is for everything else. So I'm super intrigued on that. So look at that. It's like, as long as they're near it, they're going to go into it. Like, one that seems pretty strong in some respects, and I will not complain with it. And the range, too. Like, they do spawn. Like, you can have them spawn multiple times and at pretty big distances, you know? So you can have, like, a nice ring of protection around you, for example. Okay, so after a certain amount of uses, they disappear. Damn. Yeah, it's like having an ability that's just using a trap, which is actually kind of cool, because it's just very different. Damn, on a map like Tiny Bridge, that would be pretty nutty. Shit, now we're a ghost. We actually shapeshifted. That's pretty cool. Hey, there we go. Evolved Just Vent. Evolved Just Vent sucks in enemies. Oh. Instead of them eating themselves, we've got like the Black & Decker Dyson version of Just Vent. What the shit? 21 enemies per eject. Oh my god, we're literally ejecting them. Oh, we just run. So it's not even vents anymore. It just opens up like a huge left or right side. And just ejects the enemies. Oh, that's crazy. Because you can get so many more that way. But the only caveat is that you lose that sort of barrier around you. But that is so Among Us, though. That's so on point. So I've greatly enjoyed my time, and hopefully you did watching. So make sure that if you're not already subscribed to the channel on YouTube or following here on Twitch, make sure to do so. We do a ton of this stuff. I love reverse bullet hell games. I love horror games and stuff like that. So if those are the type of games that you enjoy as well, make sure to follow in whatever fashion you feel works for you. Hit the notification icons and bells and all that. And come on back and join us for more of this content. There are more DLCs coming out, especially for Vampire Survivors, that I will be covering, including another update coming up in February. Don't miss that. But until then, I will see you in the next video.